Namaste to all you cosmic souls and welcome to today's reading. Today's reading is based on the full moon energies. We are going to tap into the masculine energies and the feminine energies and understand where the imbalance or the balance needs to be created in. Okay, so first we're just going to get a general energy and see what's the theme of today's reading. Your commitment is being tested. You're very close to achieving your goal. And one more card. Here. There it is. What do you need to release? So basically saying that this full moon, you're being called to release certain things. You're being called to seeing what doesn't serve you anymore as you accept it, acknowledge it, and release it. With your commitment being tested and you're being very close to your goal, it's like you're about to reach your goal, but can you commit to the path? Can you commit to it? So that is what this full moon is teaching you. If you can release anything that is coming in your way so that you can go towards achieving the goal. Okay. So putting the theme aside, let's read into the feminine energies. I feel like it's more water and earth for the feminines. Let's see what that means. Maybe a very emotional time. But you're grounded enough to take action. You're grounded enough to create change. You're grounded enough for commitment. It's just that you need to believe that it's possible. So, for the feminine aspect of energies, we have feeling left behind or having to move or make a very big decision that can create a lot of sadness, and within you internally you're not able to make peace with it. And even though it's an emotional time of turmoil for you, the waters on one side are, moving and flowing. On the other side, it's just ice. There's stillness and it's cold. So you're wondering where this flow is really taking you. And because of that water and ice path, you have found a central grounding in this chaos of emotions, chaos of thought. You found like a path through that. And that is giving you the grounding to actually make a decision or take action on any decision. I feel like you have the energy of flow, shift, and change. And because the death card is here, it's saying that you're easily able to shift, easily able to create changes in your life, easily able to create transformations. They may take some time and thought and action in all of those aspects, but you have the capacity to easily create a manifesting change in your life. Okay, and you're currently maybe about to do that, or you may have already started to think about it, and you've thought about the shifts that need to be created. Okay, this could also include some of your shadow selves, accepting your shadow self, accepting um, the hidden parts of you that you may have you acknowledged, but somewhere you might have let go of it and it still bothers you. And the entire acceptance still has to come. You have a lot of thoughts about how you want to navigate through this, and they're very streamlined thoughts. They're not very chaotic, even though they may feel that way. Just know that they are already streamlined and they're already taking you somewhere. And if you've planted little seeds, they've already started to sprout. You have gained some new emotional balance, maybe created some new trust. It's possible that a conversation and clear communication in an aspect has created an internal emotional balance for you. So your heart is ready to communicate in a grounded manner. And all you need to do is acknowledge that. You need to acknowledge that you're emotionally stabilized. You're not. You may have just come out of the emotional chaos, but it has already been streamlined and grounded. So you need to sit with yourself and acknowledge it, because emotionally I'm seeing a lot of abundance that will come if you allow yourself to feel that stable energy. For the masculines, let's see what's going on there. We have the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands. Okay, so there's already fire card, the Magician. So a lot of powerful okay actions taking place. So both in the feminine and masculine aspects, we have a lot of thinking that is going on, and because we have the air element right at the center, so it's kind of ruling this reading today. And the feminines are more in an earthly and grounded emotional state, literally grounded emotional state, because we have the blue tiger's eye and the angelite, connecting with your spiritual court, your angels, your guides, and that grounding has come in with the flow, and it's really nice. It can be chaotic when it's coming into the system, so for it to completely stabilize, it takes some time to bring that up and understand the changes that are happening within you, and that's what creates the thought, the air element coming in. And for the masculine energy, I see a lot of fire that is in every action, every thought, every emotion even. And that is rising to a lot of thought process, because the action and the thinking, does it align with his thought, or how is it balancing in his life? And I say his just because it's masculine and feminine doesn't necessarily mean he or she. It's just the energy. So there is maybe a big decision to make. Maybe there is something that you are preparing yourself for, like in terms of responsibility, and you're thinking about the opportunities that will come with this. And you're already thinking about the growth of that particular opportunity, even though it's still in the thought processing currently. But you are seeing the potential of it, and it's drawing you towards taking that action. You've thought about all the resources you need, all the resources that you already have, and you're mentally prepared for it. You know how you can use all of these resources towards the growth of that maybe commitment that you were thinking about. But emotionally, you feel like maybe there's something missing. Maybe a certain connection that you're looking for, or you just feel dissatisfied with something. So all you need to do is keep your eyes open and observe, because you're thinking about what you already have, what is not making you entirely satisfied, and that may allow you to miss the opportunity that is actually coming towards you. And you're already so preoccupied, so you may not be able to recognize that there is an emotional opportunity that is coming towards you, that you can call upon and create balance with it. And it kind of creates a complete circle with all the resources as well. There's going to be a lot of thinking about what the right thing is to do. Is the opportunity the right thing, or why am I so dissatisfied? How do I create that balance? And while you're thinking about it, things have already started to grow around you. Things have already started to sprout, and your actions have already been heard, and it's already began processing. You're just lost in a thought process, in a thought circle, because finally we have the Temperance, and it's calling upon the emotional balance and stabilized emotions. Even for feminines, we actually got 2 cups, even though it's a completely different card, but this also calls for balance between emotion and earth, what we have in the feminine side. So basically saying that when everything really comes together, the product would actually be balancing off some of the feminine aspects, which includes emotional balance, right, for the masculines. And for the feminine energy, more action, more shifting, more speed. So it's like the feminine aspect is balancing the masculine aspect within itself, and the masculine aspect is balancing the feminine aspect within itself, overall creating a balance. So in the next 15 days from now, you're going to be moving through these masculine and feminine energy changes that you may feel within you. And maybe, if you actually paid attention this time around, counting day 1 as today, when you watch this video, and observe the changes that you are moving through. And if not changes necessarily, it can also just be, just observe the thoughts you're having, and observe the actions you're taking. And at the end of 15 days, when you've created an observation, it's okay, you don't have to observe everything, but just a little bit about, I noticed that I spoke to this person in this way today. Just an observation like that. And at the end of 15 days, just analyze and see if you've been thinking consistently, or has something changed. Just maybe like homework for you guys if you want to take part in it. Observing yourself for the next 15 days. So that is all for today's reading. Work on your release. You are very close to achieving your goal. Just create that little bit of balance in accepting and observing, and just know that your commitment is being tested. So where you commit to can also be a question. Who you commit to, what are you committing to, what are you already committed to. I mean, you can ask so many questions. So so that is the energy of today's reading. I do take personal readings. If you'd like an in-depth reading, maybe a relationship aspect, career aspect, or just a general energy read like we did today, you can book it on trifoldflame.com, or you can find me on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today, being with me today, and just listening through this reading. Let me know if you do take up doing the homework. Let me know how you feel in 15 days. Maybe we can have a conversation about it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Sending you so much love and so much light as always. Namaste.